Hi, people. I'm Oye Tabi.
And I'm Uyok Hansen.
And we're excited to bring you Naked Fitness with True Living Africa. So, what is Naked Fitness?
Well, essentially, Naked Fitness is a video series that we're doing at True Living, where we're talking to professionals and entrepreneurs, especially mature entrepreneurs and professionals in Lagos and Africa generally, about how they're really keeping their wellness balance, right?
Yes.
And how they're keeping fit. We're following people through their fitness and wellness journeys, their weight management journeys. And the aim really is to provide and to bring inspiration to the rest of us, because we are a community at True Living and we want to be able to showcase
people
examples,
who are actually doing it.
Right, people like you and me who are slaying.
And for sure, we know that the struggle is real.
Right.
So we struggle too.
Right.
So
that's what Naked Fitness is about. So we're going to be, interviewing, a bunch of people throughout the year.
And it might be you next time.
So stay tuned.
So today we have with us Bukola Ogunrinde. So Buki is an on-air personality with Classic FM. She does the morning show. She's been doing that for so long. It's one of the, so she's the one that helps everybody get into work in a sane way.
Right. She's an institution, actually.
That's what Buki is. Just keep staying through Lagos traffic as you're getting to work. That's a big job right there.
Yeah.
That's a big job right there. Thank you, Buki, for joining us.
It's good to be with you, ladies. How are you?
We're fine. Thank you.
Good to see you.
You guys are looking good and well. True living wellness. I can see it all over you guys.
We're trying to live our best life at the moment.
And what people cook.
Yeah, we're twinning again. Okay. So, Buki, tell us about yourself. Just
okay. My name is Bukola Ogunrinde. You guys said it earlier on. I'm 45. And I'm a broadcaster. I work with Classic FM. I do the morning show. I anchor the breakfast show. And you have to get up pretty early to do that one. Yeah. But it's exciting. I like the job really. So once you love what you do, it's not as hard as you think it is. The passion flows easily with it. So, and I love to read. I love to travel.
Nice.
And I love peace and quiet sometimes. I love nature. I love nature. And I am an environmentalist as well, because I believe we need to fight climate change. Yes, I believe we need to fight climate change. We need a clean environment. A clean environment is part of our wellness.
Yes.
It's interesting that you say that, because it's one of our principles for the basic things that the human body needs: good movement, nutritious food, good quality sleep, positive thoughts, and a clean environment.
Absolutely. Because environmental toxins are everywhere.
They are real.
They are real. They're big. Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't
so
know
that basically means nothing.
Exactly.
I didn't know that about Buki, that she was an environmentalist.
Yeah, I believe I love nature. I love nature. I love nature. I don't mind sitting beside the stream and just hear the waters flow and just be at peace with myself. It's one of something I love.
Therapeutic.
Yes, it is.
That is so therapeutic.
I totally connect with that.
So we can already see where your own self-help
and self-care.
Self-care, sorry.
Yeah.
We can see where it's going.
When all goes crazy,
yes, so right.
Body of water.
So what's your typical day like? I know you said that you started that you start your day early. So what's your typical day like? And also, before you go into that, a question popped into my head when you were sharing that, do you actually enjoy, because to do the morning show, you have to be up pretty early. Are you a morning person naturally? Or
yes, I'm a morning person actually. Because when it starts getting to the afternoon, I get weary.
Right, you begin to lose
But I just like to, begin to lose steam, yes. I like getting up in the morning, get up and go, do what I have to do, and just take it off, clear it off the table and know that, okay, it's time for me to rest or do other things. But I'm a morning person. I can't dispute that. I'm a morning person.
Like? What time do you start your day? What time do you wake up and all of that?
Yeah, walk us through that.
4 a.m. Well, I wake up at 4 a.m. And when I get up at 4 a.m., because I can actually go out the estate to walk around or jog because it's pretty early at that time. Yeah. I decided to get myself a mini trampoline.
Oh, nice.
So I have the mini trampoline in the house.
Yeah.
And what I just try to do is, even if it's for 10 minutes, 10 or 15 minutes, I just bounce back and forth on the trampoline and I feel good.
Right. It's
I,
amazing.
I drink water.
Okay. Sorry, Buki, sorry to cut you. How did you get into trampoline fitness? How did that happen? How did that happen? How did you choose that as your own mode?
Well, you know, I've always wanted to keep fit, right? Because what I try to do is Saturdays I walk around the estate, I do stuff and things like that. Yeah. So I do a lot of research about exercises, really. Things you could do. I'm reading up about this and that. So it was in one of my findings while I was going through, researching, I came across a rebounding, the trampoline.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I read about it. I realized it was some simple exercise you could do. It wouldn't take much from you.
Mm-hmm.
And the benefit of it all, you know, emptying the toxins, and all that, cleaning your lymphatic system, even if it's 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Yes. So I just said, oh, this is a good one. Now that I can have it just in the confines of my home, I don't have to get out there and going with my, timetable. It's pretty early to walk out at 4 a.m. in the morning and say, because, safety wise, I just said, okay, I think I should just go with this. And it's been well. I like it. Just 10 minutes. It's quite amazing that just 10 minutes, you don't have to really exert yourself much. Just 10 minutes on the trampoline.
Definitely wake you up.
Yes,
definitely awake.
Yeah, yeah.
And you find out that your blood is pumping. You're good to go. So that's what I do once I get up in the morning. I drink water.
Okay.
I drink water. I have to do that. And I have to empty my bowels in the morning.
Do you find that you empty your bowels before you drink water or after?
After I drink water.
Okay.
So I try as much as possible to make sure that's the first thing I do in the morning. I drink water, empty my bowels. The day I don't empty my bowels, I feel uncomfortable all through the day. And I must make sure I do it. Or I have a headache.
Right.
Because it's become a part of me. Yeah. Because it's become a part of me. So that is why I try as much as possible to feed on the fiber with the smoothies and all, just to aid digestion.
Okay. So do you have smoothies for breakfast, or is that lunch, or how do you pace it out?
Right. So you're working on
what I do.
Exactly.
Yeah. So what I do is it's either I have a smoothie with me. If I don't have a smoothie with me, I have my apple with peanut butter or something. Just something to kickstart the day. If I don't have my peanut butter, I have my herb tea. I have a slice of almond bread or something. Just, in the office, they laugh at me that when I come with my bottles of juice, because I'm not very good with eating the greens raw. So I juice them. So I have a lot in my freezer. So once they see me with my juices, they're like, okay, now. They tease me that I'm a witch on a broom. That all that is left is a broom with all the portions I carry. So they're waiting for me. But I tell them it's fine. And if I don't do that, I do bananas and nuts, and just to, start the day on a healthy and organic note, at least to keep something in my belly, because I had a bad habit. Back in the day, I never liked eating breakfast.
Okay.
So over time, I think, over time it started to tell. I started having sugar spikes. And it wasn't good at all. So I realized that is a habit I had to stop. If I don't do that, I bought eggs. Just eat the eggs, and have a cup of tea or something, and just, to keep the system well and going. So that's what I tried to do because I find it hard eating a heavy meal in the course of the show, because I have to get to work for 5:30. The show starts at 6.
Right.
And by 11, so just to have something to hold the tummy together.
You need the energy.
Right.
You need the energy.
So how are you able to figure out the best breakfast for yourself? Because there's a theory that not everyone really is meant to be sort of like a breakfast person. That's number one. And then there's another theory that some people do better with apples in the morning and some people do better with bananas in the morning, but some people would then crash with the bananas, right? So what breakfast works best for you, and how did you figure that out?
I think, The ones I've mentioned actually work well for me. The bananas and nuts, I like that. It gives me energy. And truly, apple is sort of like some caffeine. I remembered when I got to work one morning and I was just feeling a little bit weary. And I just reached into my bag, got my apple with my peanut butter on it.
Yeah.
So, and immediately I snacked on that. I felt better. The energy was there. So it works for me, the bananas and nuts, the apples, the smoothies and all. It works. That's why I go with it.
That in the breakfast options that you said was boiled eggs, because people's minds don't usually go to boiled egg as a snack.
Yeah.
You know, it's usually either it's in a sandwich or you're having it with cereal or something, but just having it on its own as a snack, it's really a great snack.
Yeah, it's a powerhouse. Yeah. And the banana and peanut butter, especially the combination of the apple and peanut butter. Yeah,
exactly.
Because the peanut butter has a way of sort of balancing of the sugar in the apple and giving you the much
spike your blood sugar,
protein and all of that. That's amazing.
So what other exercises do you do apart from the trampoline, or is that the only exercise that you do?
I try to walk as well. Okay. Then I have a stationary bike in the house.
Okay. So how do you do those?
Stationary bike, I do 30 minutes.
Okay.
With my walk, I do 30 minutes. You know, I'm a slim woman. I'm trying to conserve the little weight I have.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's about winning the Olympics or training for the Olympics. It's just about maintaining your cardiovascular.
That is it.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Basically, that is it. Just as you said, it's nothing strenuous.
Yeah.
Moderate exercise.
Options. I mean, the combination of the trampoline and the cardio that you're getting from your bike and walking.
Yeah.
It gives you a good balance, because some people tend to focus on only one thing. They'll focus on only cardio, they only walk.
Yeah.
Some people would, you know, you're getting, because there's the strength training that you're getting from that trampoline as well, that's helping to build muscle mass and bone density, which is really
amazing.
I haven't heard you say you strength.
I used to go to the gym, but with the COVID thing, I had to stay off, because that was my strength training, you know, doing all the weights and stuff. But when COVID just came, I had to back off. So I just had to deal with the options. Yeah.
So during COVID, what were you doing?
During COVID, I was working. I was just I went with my trampoline. I went with the bike, and and walking. And sometimes I try to do my planks or the squats just to balance it out like that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's amazing. And so how do you finish? So when you're walking us through your typical day, right? How do you finish off your day? Like by the time you're getting home, how does your day typically end?
Well, because I start up pretty early, by 8 o'clock I start to shut down.
That makes sense.
Necessary.
So
by 8 o'clock I start. Yes, I make sure I try as much as possible to have dinner by 6.
Yeah. Early dinner.
So, it's still feeling. Yeah, I relax. I'm watching something. I'm reading something, and that time the melatonin is setting in, getting me ready for bed. So once I start to feel that drowsiness, I just switch off my lights, drop my phone, and I'm gone.
And that's it.
So that's basically 8 o'clock is shutdown time for me.
Right. So you have at least 6 hours of sleep a night, right?
Yes, I try to get that. I try to get that. Funny, when I want to sleep, I have this funny habit. Like, I'm going to bed at 8. So I'm thinking 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm counting because you have to be up by 4.
Yes.
So that's 6 hours.
Yes, like, oh my God, I have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. Like, okay, that's good. That's good. Anything after that, you start to panic, right? Like, my gosh, I have to get.
Yes, I start to panic because True. And I'm telling myself, oh, you're depriving yourself of sleep. You can't do this.
Yeah.
And if I start to do anything that I think I'm encroaching in on my sleep, I talk to myself and tell myself, all right, you need to drop that and go to bed.
Right.
How did you discover the power of sleep? Because the way you've said it is that you understand the importance of sleep. You know, you say you deprived yourself. You are depriving yourself of sleep. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people see sleep as a luxury.
Or optional.
Yeah. You know, especially busy entrepreneurs. They're like, okay, let me just put the work in and then push themselves to sleep later. So how did you discover the power of sleep?
There was a time with my early wake-up schedule, I used to go to bed pretty late. And it started to impact on me. My blood pressure started rising, started having headaches. And I realized that was because I wasn't resting well.
Right.
So those were the things that were made known to me, that you have to rest.
Yeah.
Sleep is very important. And you know, when you see the doctor tells you the same thing. I read a lot. I'm on the internet finding about stuff like that. So that 6 hours basic is what I try to catch.
Right.
So once it's a work day, I try as much as possible not to toy with it. After what happened to me, because I had to learn the hard way. Because you wake up early, sometimes you're binging on some TV series or something, and you go to bed at 10 or 11, and you know you have to wake up pretty early. Yeah. So after a while, the body starts to complain.
Yeah.
So I realized that I had to adjust. That's one thing they know me for at work is, if I'm working the next day and there's some party the day before, you'll never see me there. If it's a weekend, I know, okay, I can stay in bed. But if I'm working the next day, no.
No point.
Because I have to be sharp for work, and I need that sleep. Sleep makes you sharp when you wake up in the morning. Yes.
Yeah. Spot on right there. Spot on right there. Okay, so I have another question. How do you, I mean, you've already shared with us that you've hinted at your self-care, which is that you like nature, you're going out into nature and all, but what kind of habits did you have to form just to even get into all of the routine that you've developed, that you've shared with us, that's really powerful? But how did you come up with the habits? How was that process of making it lifestyle?
Yeah, that's a great one.
It's tough though, because I say to myself, when you do things like that, it preserves your youth. It preserves your health.
Yeah. So
those are the pointers that I keep going back to, that, okay, you don't want to age fast, do you? These are the things you need. So it's an So once I have that at the back of my mind, it keeps me going.
Yeah.
It's tough sometimes.
Yeah.
It's tough sometimes. It's not like sometimes I don't fall off the horse. I fall off the horse. I'm not perfect. But I just tell myself, okay, I get back on the horse and I tell myself, okay, I think there's a bit of laxity here. You need to go back.
Yeah.
You need to go back on. So it's a journey. It's a journey.
It is.
So that's how I actually got to build it over time, telling myself, you know, the benefits apparently is what keeps me going. So that is how I've been able to stay with that lifestyle. Being off sugar. I remember when I was watching an episode of Oprah back in the day, and the lady said that, do you know sugar ages you expressly?
Yes.
And when I got that, I was 35 then, and I said to myself, no more fizzy drinks for me. And till now, I've been off fizzy drinks. I don't do the fizzy drinks. It's nice. Even when I go to parties, just me with my bottle of water, even with the juice, the carton drink, sometimes the juices, I'm very skeptical. If it's not squeezed orange juice, you know, straight from the fruit itself, I'm very... So I just stick with my water.
Yeah, in some cases you want them to squeeze it in front of you, so you are sure
that there's no added sugar in the thing. You're like, oh, no, bring the oranges to my table. That's amazing. That's so powerful, especially the part about sugar. The question I want to ask, you talked about falling off the horse, right? And then sort of getting back on. And the question I want to ask is, what does falling off the horse or falling off the wagon look like? What are those things that you start to do that are leading to like your unwellness, that you then have to pull yourself back from? How do you know that you're falling off the wagon?
Once I stop exercising.
Yeah.
Once I stop the exercises, that is my horse. That's when I know I'm falling off the horse. And I'm saying to myself, okay, 2 weeks. you haven't done this, you haven't, no. You have to get back on. You have to get back on. Sometimes you could get tired of the whole routine. It was because I got tired of the walking and I got tired of the bike. I went to get the mini trampoline, you know, just to add some variety to it, because I couldn't be with COVID. I couldn't go to the gym. At least to the gym was easy.
Yeah.
You go to the gym, you know, you do So I just said, so I tried to look for something just to make it more interesting. So basically for me, when I fall off the horse, or maybe I haven't drank water, because I have this habit of drinking water. I like to drink like maybe a bottle, you know, the 150 cl. I try as much as possible to make sure that I drink the 150 cl a day. If I see I haven't done that, I say to my okay, you didn't drink water today, or you didn't do, or you understand. Those are the little things for me that signify falling off the horse, because water is very, very important. You need to hydrate yourself. I see I just drank a glass of water and I didn't make my 150 cl. I start to panic and tell myself, you're falling off the horse, you need to get back on.
Yeah.
So those are the little things, my exercise, not drinking water. But basically with food, I'm grateful to God that I've found a discipline around it. Sugar, you can never catch me with sugar.
Right.
That I don't compromise. Yeah. So those are the little things I see that I say to myself, I'm falling off the horse, I need to get back on. But I love chocolates too.
You don't do what? Say that again.
I love chocolates. I think that is my
your weakness.
I said,
well, it's a good vice. It's not bad.
Yes,
that is my confidence.
As long as you don't binge on it, you're okay. Life is for enjoyment, so we feel you.
I don't overdo it. Yeah. So that's it basically.
Oh, that's amazing. You mentioned again that you're naturally. I don't want to use the word naturally. Some people would say, "Oh, but Buki, you're a naturally slim person, right? What are you going through all this stress for?" And I know that you've mentioned, you know, your longevity, you're being able to stay younger for longer. If there's anything if you're going to give advice to people, our peers, you know, our age group, about staying well, whether you're skinny or oversized, what would your words of wisdom be?
I think it's basically eating right. Wellness starts from within.
Yeah.
It's eating right. You know, the vegetables, the fruits, you know, just balancing the basic things that you need to eat. Just know what works for you. You need to read, and I think you need to read more about wellness, because I went out of I read a lot about wellness. So that helps me to make certain decisions and to realize what.
Ooh.
It's all about eating right. Once you eat right, I think everything would fall in place, and the exercises as well, they're very important. So I wouldn't say because I eat this, I'll tell you to eat that. No, you have to find out what works for you. You have to do your own research, what helps, what makes you happy. But it's eating right. That is the basic thing for me. Eat right. It's very, very essential. It's very essential.
Very key. And our last question?
Yes, our last question. This is my question. Uyok is like, So, how do you picture yourself, or how would you like to be at 80? When you're 80 years old?
80. Wow, I still want to be nimble. Fit, you know, be a Tina Turner on stage at 80.
Yeah.
There's this particular woman, her name has skipped my mind. Oh goodness, at 80, she's still carrying weights.
Yeah.
The other day I saw her on, was it Steve Harvey? And she was doing the push-ups with Harvey at about 70. I need to, how did her name skip my mind?
No, I think she's in her.
Sorry. It wasn't Tina Turner. I have to get her name across to you guys. Apparently I saw her and she inspired me as well. She said she started at 56.
Oh, look at
she
that.
realized she had to
No,
live
it's
that
a
lifestyle.
social media phenomenon. I've seen images of a lady that is now in her 80s now, but she started exercising in her 50s, and she lifts weights. She's mean.
Yeah, so it's
she's awesome.
That just goes to show that it's never too late, is it?
Yeah.
It's never too late. It's never too late. It's never too late to get started.
Yeah.
It's never too late. So I want to be like her. I have to look for her name and get it across to you. You need to. Even after this, I need to.
Please, that will encourage us all, because we all don't think, like, find that we don't think so far
in the
ahead.
future. Yeah.
And so we're just living for now. So, I mean, you were even amazing to have caught on to the fact that, you know, your longevity is tied to what you're doing now. A lot of us are not that mindful. And one of the things that stood out for me, or that made me start thinking that way, is I always think about my grandfather who by the time he was 80, he had Alzheimer's, so he didn't remember us, he couldn't move, so things like that.
Yeah, you don't want to be that way. Yeah, you don't want to be that
and
way.
Talking about your grandfather, I think my grandfather was somebody who had that longevity, though he's passed. He was my granddad. He worked till the very end. He was independent till the very end. He did everything on his own till the very end. I remember my cousin saying that when he met up with him at some point and they were supposed to walk a particular distance, and she kept saying, "Granddad, do you mean we're going to walk this distance?" He said, "Yes, you need to walk, young lady, you need to walk." And he was in his 80s then. She said she was finding it hard to keep up with my granddad. Wow. And I realized that back then, my granddad too was into the vegetables. My granddad, he walked, and what he ate again helped.
Yes.
So talking about your granddad now, that took me back. So it just goes to show that it is your lifestyle that actually determines what your old age would be like.
Yeah. That's amazing. Those are very powerful words, and you know, and those, we love your pearls of wisdom, and we really love that you embody everything that we also sort of embody: holistic wellness and fitness. Intuitive. Yes, so just what is right for you, because you know, we're also all about, we're not about the strict diets and the rapid weight loss and things like that, but we're really about what works for you and listening to your body. And we can see, you know, that's completely turned out for you in a fantastic way. You're well, you're happy, you're doing what you love, and when things start to get a bit old and boring, then you start to switch things up. I mean, you've talked about your motivation, you know, you talked about your habits and your food and your self-care, your movement, and it's been inspiring. And so, you're a full package. You're a full package. So thank you.
Thank you for sharing that with us. Thank you. That's actually very inspiring. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, ladies. It's nice being with you.
Same here.
Same here, Bukola. And so we hope to see you again soon, I'm sure, on this same segment. Yes, and
yes.
On that note,
we're gonna sign out. Thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you guys for joining us, and live your best life.
Live your best life.
Yes, sisters. Bye.